Oh shit!
Hey, we're fine.
We're ready to go. We're ready.
I'm not
We're
ready
here.
to go. I need to stretch.
Limber it up.
Limber it up.
I'm so not ready. Okay, hold on.
That was loud. Oh,
It's been a rough day, y'all.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So,
Well, that was great. Good night, everybody.
Yep.
see you later. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Sharp Stuff.
This has been the Trashterpiece of Theater.
I'll be back.
I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this tonight. Can I?
Oh, wow.
Can I go?
Yeah.
No.
Everybody's leaving.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the
All right,
Dino
there
show.
we go.
Didn't no one told you? You're playing everybody.
I'm playing everybody.
And we're
Play
just
all
we're,
the
just
parts.
here, we're just here to heckle.
Perfect.
well,
That's
yeah.
my dream. I just want to heckle for money.
Beast down Learn Waldorf.
Wednesdays.
Yeah, what do you
That's a
just
good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. So that's evidence that I could do it. If you'd like to hire me to heckle somebody for you, I am. My wallet is open and empty.
There it is.
Oh man, there it is.
Whining Frodo plus Optimus Prime for
For
Dino?
me, okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Same time.
you got
Is that-
two.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
do you want that at the same time?
I don't know how that
Whining
even
Frodo
works.
Optimus Prime?
Whining Optimus Photo
It's
Prime.
not up
Optimus
to you,
Prime.
Dino. It's up to Sharp Stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
also
sorry.
true.
I mean, she paid for two.
I think
Yeah,
she's
so she
preloading
can either
here.
have 2 pages of each, or she can have 4 pages of both of them mixed up.
Gotcha. She's preloaded. Okay. So
It's two accents.
It's two separate accents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait,
10
you-
lines each. So, incentives.
What are they?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say why you do that. I'm gonna lay down.
Oh my God, are you tired already?
I'm tired
Yeah.
already.
I'm
So,
not
yeah,
tired.
you
Something's
guys,
just wrong with me.
so yeah, there is $10 you can make us do accents and impersonations. We will read 10 lines per $10 that comes in for that. And for $15, you can pick a tune and we'll sing our lines for 10 lines to the song that you guys choose us to sing. And then you can do group accents for $20. Yes, and you get to have us all do that for 2 pages. And every time we get to $100, we will sing 2 pages of lines all together as well.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Oh, look, hey Dino, it looks like it was meant to be Optimus Prime sounding like a whining Frodo.
Okay.
So
Got it.
good luck.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that, and I'm like the first thing. Great.
Hey, let's say who we are in tonight's first play.
Oh, that
Good
sounds
idea.
like a good idea.
I'm
Yeah.
Chunk.
Okay.
You are playing.
Oh, I'm playing Elise Knox and Officer Frank Smith, Joe's partner.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, by the way, it's the series Dragnet show. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yep.
For the
Series
first.
Dragnet show.
Yep.
Dragnet.
Series Dragnet show. The big TV date, March 4th, 1954.
54.
Hey, Ryan, who are you playing?
I am playing announcer, NBC announcer, and Ernest Lasnik, a dance hall proprietor.
Okay. I'm Brian. I'm playing Tom Harmon. And, oh, of course, Barbara Fleischer, a weary apartment manager. That sounds accurate.
I'm Cucumber, and I'll be playing Sergeant Joe Friday, the Los Angeles Police Department. He works for it, but it's just comma, Los Angeles.
No.
He's the entire department.
He is the
I am the law.
Hi, I'm Dino, and I am going to be playing 2 different announcers, Fenneman and Gibney, and I'm playing Pauline Lavin, a working class lady, and Gladys Shipley, an upper class lady.
Oh, all the classes.
Mm.
And if you guys want to follow along, click on the link there. Open document.
Yeah.
There
One
it
document
is.
tells you what our parts are and how many lines we each have, so you guys can donate based on that. And the other one is the script.
Yep.
And it's color-coded.
And already Dino is loaded up for being a whiny Frodo and Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that answers
At the
Corey's
same
question.
time. It's Optimus that sounds like, oh god. I sharp stuff. I did have a day, but I was practicing them separately, not together.
Well, and also,
Well,
I
there's-
think since it's $20, that's like 20
20
lines.
lines. That's the entire show for me, pretty much.
That is very
Sweet.
accurate.
At least the first show. Okay. Cool.
You have 50 lines.
I need 2 seconds. Talk for a second.
Okay.
Skibbity bop boop boop.
What are you doing, Dino?
Thinking
Thinking about it.
This is going unintentionally better than I planned.
He is saying.
I didn't get it.
Oswin Pond. There's no guarantees, but yeah, so far so good.
For now.
Camera's working for now. But it is a good 9 degrees cooler in here than it was last time.
Is it at 98 degrees?
No.
I think I got hotter where I'm at, so that's good.
Yeah, that's because you're there.
This is going to be a fun show, y'all. We're all
Is it?
punch drunk.
Is it?
Ooh.
Are you sure?
Oh,
Thank
What's
you,
this?
Corey.
Thanks, Corey.
for me.
Awkward.
Fifth.
Fifth grader
During
during the school
the
play.
play.
Let's all say it together and see how it works.
Yay. And apparently your name is Chuck now.
Yeah.
I'm
Donation, Chuck.
What's up, Chuck?
You're the awkward 5th grader during the play.
All right, you gonna start it?
Oh, God.
I'm all for
Yeah.
it.
I'm so sorry.
Eat less cheese
Here we go.
before a show.
Dragnet. The Big TV first aired March 4th, 1954. I don't know what Dragnet sounds like.
I forgot.
No.
Law and Order.
Yeah, no.
Ladies and I can't do this. This is so weird. Oh God.
It's just Optimus
Ladies.
Prime whining.
But sounding
But
like
whining
Frodo.
like Frodo. So it's like Optimus Prime with an English accent and
How do I do that?
I don't know.
Oh my
You-
God. Okay.
You're the one who has to do it.
Yeah, not me. I don't know.
All right.
Night is turning into exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Why?
Samwise Witwicky. I can't do I make myself laugh. The story you are about to hear is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. This ring is brought to you by Chesterfield, made by Liggett Myers, first major tobacco company to bring you a complete line of quality cigarettes. You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to missing persons detail. You get a call that Mordor is in need of your help. A young mother and a 9-month-old baby have disappeared.
No.
It just sounds like Optimus has been a bad boy.
Listen, you want to take over?
No.
Exactly.
Thanks for the follow, Dish Pickle.
Thank you. This is gonna
Somebody.
be fun.
Guess
Ah, that's a great name.
Dish pickle.
Good old dish pickle.
That's what I'm gonna call Cucumber from now on.
Thanks.
That's after you've been drinking, because you've been anyways. Routine invest. I can't do this anymore. God damn it.
You can do one or the other then. If it's...
I can't. I've got to do the wishes of the audience.
All right.
The Guardians. That's exactly what they are.
The Guardians.
Routine investigations turn up the possibility of foul play. Your job, find them.
From a Dragnet theme song.
Dragnet.
Gandalf, today you hear these 3 words everywhere. Chesterfield for me. The Chesterfield you smoke today is the best cigarette ever made. But for you, because Chesterfield gives you proof of highest quality, low nicotine. The taste you want, the mildness you want. Chesterfield is best for you.
Sharp Steps about to release a special crooked dice line.
Mater Inc.
Meter ink. Oh man. Shit, what line am I on? I don't know. Oh, Chesterfield is best for you because it's tested and approved by 30 years of scientific tobacco research by elves. Chesterfield is best for you because it has an established good record with smokers and Autobots. Proven by test after test. Yes, friends, the Chesterfield you smoke today is the best cigarette ever made. The taste you want, the mildness you want. Join the thousands of changing to Chesterfield. Always say Chesterfield's for me.
Chesterfield.
Give me the fields. Demon behind
Dragnet, the document drama of an actual crime. For the next 30 minutes, 30 minutes. We've been walking forever, Samwise. In cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case transcribed from official police files, from beginning to end, from crime to punishment. Dragnet is the story of your police force in action, saving Middle-earth. Hi, Aaron Lou.
Music!
Lord Blankhorn.
What? Oh. It was Tuesday, August 12th. It was warm in Los Angeles. We were working the day out of the homicide division, missing persons detail. My partner's Frank Smith. The boss is Captain Lorman. My name's Friday. We were on our way out from the office, and it was 10:14 a.m. when we got to 1865 Malabar Street. The manager's apartment.
Better try it again, huh?
Yeah.
Just a minute! I'm moving as fast as I can!
Sounds like she's got trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Miss Fleischer?
Yeah, what do you want?
Police officers, ma'am. We'd like to talk to you.
Oh, come in. I gotta take care of the kid.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sit down. I'll be right back.
All right. Thank you.
Sounds like colic to me.
That right.
Yeah, sounds like colic. Wonder if she's got a hot water bottle.
What?
Hot water bottle. Put it on the kid's stomach. Makes him feel better.
Oh, yeah.
But both of us had the colic. Wore out 3 hot bottles.
On 2 kids?
No, Joe. We lost the stopper on one of them.
I have baby's teething and having a rough time.
Frank?
Oh!
This is my partner, Frank Smith. My name's Friday. We'd like to ask you some questions about one of your tenants.
Oh, which one?
Mrs. Shipley. We understand she had the apartment 207.
Oh, yeah, she did. Oh, what about her?
You know where we can get in touch with her?
I ain't got any idea.
When did you see her last?
I guess it must have been a month ago.
Possible you might be able to give us an exact date on that?
If I could have done that, I'd have told you right out. I got nothing to hide.
Well, we didn't mean to say that you had, ma'am.
Thanks for the sub hardliner.
Thank you, thank you.
When Harriet first moved in here, we got along fine. She was all the time wanting me to tell her how to take care of the baby when it came.
Frank?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I got along just fine. Used to have my little cup of coffee in the afternoon. A chum with me. I did all the time. It's all different.
somebody. Well, how was that?
It just did. Her husband was overseas at the army. I guess our Harriet missed it pretty much. Anyways, she was always saying how she did. Wishing she could be here when the baby was born. I got terrible depressed.
I see.
Moody, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
I did what I could to cheer her up. She used to go up there and we sit to talk. I taught her how to knit. Gave her some needles and yarn as a little present. I thought a baby giving her something to think about. I kind of take her mind off of her and her husband. It didn't do no good.
You landed somewhere in the Caribbean. Well, how long had her husband been away, do you know?
4 months this time. He's over in Japan, I think. The army. Harriet used to go out once in a while or go down to the show. It seems like just about every picture she saw made her sadder. I guess that's why she did it. She just got so sad, she couldn't take it anymore.
Oh, what's that?
She tried to kill herself.
Miss Shipley?
Yeah. I got the kids into bed one night and went up there. I hadn't heard nothing from her that day, so I went up to see how she was. A good thing I did, too. I found her right there in the living room. She cut her wrists. Right away, I called for a doctor, and all the ambulances and police came running around and took her to the hospital. Big deal. I guess I found her in time, though. They pulled her through.
You sound like Hooper from Captain EO.
So I walk up there to find her dying, and that far from death's door. And when she comes home from the hospital, what do you think I get?
We're all cheerleaders.
Okay.
2 pages.
I mean,
DKH 328.
that's not far off from what I currently have.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
At least it's fun.
Joe.
Huh?
Yes.
I wouldn't know. Go ahead.
Nothing. Got a single solitary word do I get? A, she's mad. B, I said she should have left her alone and let her done it. C, come in here when she got back and read me off of words that I ain't used to hear. And D,
Huh.
I got 5 kids, mister. They take a long time and I ain't got enough to go running after here. And nobody thinks first for saving their lives like that. All the quits right there. And then right at that minute, we were no longer friends. Give me an A.
When did she make the attempt on her life?
Last September. I don't remember the date. I think it was a second, maybe the 3rd week. I'm not sure about what day it was. Clap. Anyway, after I saved her life, she was mad at me. Toe touch.
She have any people here in Los Angeles? Would you know?
I never heard her talk of none yet. She's got a sister, I don't know, but she doesn't know where she is. I don't think Harriet ever said yeah.
Well, what did she say to you when she left? Did she give you any idea where she was going?
This sounds like an after-school special rap video.
That's exactly what it is.
I didn't even see her clap any clap. She didn't even come by and say so long, goodbye, take a jump, nothing, clap any clap. She just left, yeah. One night she's here, yeah. Next morning she's gone, yeah.
She get any mail while she was here?
Yeah. Quarterback. Once in a while she'd get a letter from her husband, yakety yak. And then there was a couple letters from San Francisco like A, B, give me a C. I don't know who they was from.
She'd take everything with her, all her personal things. Cha-cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha-cha. Catch me!
I missed.
Oh.
Nothing. She left it all here, and there must be some toros in the atmosphere. Of course, it's not much, but it's all here.
I see. What are the things, ma'am?
Downstairs in the basement. I got it all put away in case she ever comes back. It's gonna cost her storage for me to pack it. I told you it isn't much. Some dresses, few clothes for the baby, photograph, couple of records. That's about it. You can see them if you want to. Yeah.
We'd like to take a look at them before we leave.
Yeah, sure thing. Can't let you take them. No, I gotta collect for storage.
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Shipley, have you any close friends that you know of?
All right, we're all Sean Connery now.
Awesome.
All of us?
All of you.
Yep.
All right.
Sean Connery.
Not that I know of. Of course, she might have had some time down in the Dream Palace.
Where's that?
Where she worked, the dance hall downtown. She was kinda hostess there.
Uh-huh. That's the name of the place, is it? Dream Palace.
Yeah, she might have had some friends down there. None of them ever came here, though. At least, if they did, I never saw them.
Junior, do you know of any reason that she might have left in such a hurry?
Don't call me Junior. Not right off. I can't think of none. There was something wrong with her. Although, when she came back from the hospital, you know, when she had the baby, she was worried about something.
Would you know what it was?
No. All I know is that when she'd been home a couple of days, she came down here and asked me to do some work on the apartment. I told her if she wanted anything done, she could do it herself. The way she talked to me.
Well, what'd she want done?
The silliest thing I ever heard. She didn't have anything to steal.
Ma'am?
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 How the fuck do you say ma'am like a Scot?
She wanted all the locks on the doors changed.
10:46 a.m. In the company of the apartment manager, Barbara Fleischer, Frank and I went down to the basement and looked through the missing woman's effects. Other than a phonograph, several cardboard boxes of used baby clothes, and cheap women's dresses, we found nothing. There were no snapshots or letters to aid us in ascertaining where she might have gone. We asked Mrs. Fleischer to notify us in the event that she heard from the Shipley woman. We put a call into Georgia Street Receiving Hospital and verified the story of the attempted suicide. 11:15 a.m., we checked the phone book for the address of the Dream Palace Dance Hall. It was on the second floor of a large building at the corner of 7th and Margot Streets. On the front of the building were several faded photographs of contest winners with the cups that they'd won, grails, you might say, and the names of the proprietor, Ernest Lasnik. We went upstairs. It was a large barn-like room with crepe paper and birds hanging over the lights. In the rear of the palace, at one of the tables, we found Lasnik. He was just eating his lunch. Oh, Mr. Lasnik.
Yes. What do you want?
I'd like to ask you some questions. We're the police officers. My name is Smith. This is my partner, Sergeant Furter.
Yes.
But
How are you?
Okay. Won't shake hands. Got butter all over 'em. Sit down.
thank you.
Care for a sandwich?
No, thank you.
If you do, go right ahead. There's all the makings. Bread, butter, salami, pickles. Help yourself.
No thanks, Mr. Lasnik. Jeez.
Don't mind if I go ahead, huh? Bunch of kids coming in at 3:30. Like to get the place cleaned up a bit before they get here.
Yeah, no, sir. You go right ahead.
All right. What do you guys want to see about?
It's about one of your employees, sir.
Yeah? Which one?
A girl named Harriet Shipley.
Oh, yeah. I remember her. She don't work here no more.
Doesn't work here anymore?
No.
Got any idea where she is?
No, I ain't got the slightest. I ain't seen Nadine about maybe 6 months.
No, sir. You don't understand. We're inquiring about Harriet Shipley.
Yeah, I know. I told you. I ain't seen her in about 6 months.
Oh, what's this about Nadine?
That's her club name.
Oh.
See, look, lots of girls don't like to use their real names because a fella wants to get all chummy away from here. It's easier if they don't know the girl's real name. Harriet used Nadine.
I understand.
We got a bunch of them. I mean, when one of the girls leaves, we put the name back in the hat. New girl picks it up. Had 14 Nadines since we opened. 27 Altheas.
Yes, sir. Do you have any idea where the Shipley girl is?
No. I check her husband. He might know.
We understand he was in the army?
Yeah, that's right. Overseas. He should know where his wife is, though. Ask him.
Well, we'll probably do that, sir. We thought maybe we could turn her up ourselves. There's been a missing report filed on her.
Missing, huh?
Filled.
Who told you?
Sir?
Who told you she's been missing?
A report was filed under her mother-in-law.
Well, I wish I could help you guys.
Okay. Last time you saw the Shipley girl, she said anything about leaving town?
No, I wouldn't be surprised, though.
Why would you say that?
Well, poor kid was scared to death. Told me she wanted to get away.
Do you know what she was frightened about?
Yeah, Cliff Bender. That's what she was afraid of, Cliff.
Well, who's he?
Well, look, I'll tell you the whole thing. Be easier that way. One favor I gotta ask, though.
Yes, sir.
You won't tell Cliff I told you. He'd come up here, he could tear the place apart easy. You gotta promise you're not gonna tell him.
All right, sir, you go ahead.
Yeah, well, Nadine, or Harriet, well, she came to work here for about a year and a half ago and came in, told me she had some experience in a dance place in the Midwest. I don't remember the name right off. Probably come to me.
Yes, sir.
Well, I told her I'd try her, you know, sort of probation.
Yes, sir.
Well, worked out fine. End of the week, I put her on permanent, and she did real well. I mean, lots of guys got to come in and just dance with her. Wouldn't have nobody else, just Nadine or Harry. That's how she met Cliff. He come in one night, fell for her, and they started to go together. I told him I didn't like the idea of girls going out with the customers. Not good business, you know, but didn't make any difference to them, though. They kept right on seeing each other.
That's this Bender fella?
Yeah, well, anyway. One night, this soldier comes in, he was took right away with Nadine, asked her for a dance, kept buying tickets all night so he could dance with her. Come back the next night, same thing. Well, all night long he danced with Nadine.
That's Harriet.
Yeah, right. I called her Nadine. You know, I told you about that.
Yes, sir.
Made Cliff plenty sore, but there wasn't anything he could do about that. She wanted to be with the soldiers, so it wasn't too long before she told me she was gonna get married. Well, we got around about that and really made Cliff hacked, like real hacked.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, him and the soldier Shipley, they had a fight downstairs one night after we closed, and guess Cliff waited for him and Nadine to come down. Anyway, it was a real brawl, like cops and everything. Cliff really cleaned up on the soldier too. Like, didn't do any good though.
What do you mean?
Well, Nadine told Cliff to stay away from her, keep far away. Told him that her and the soldier was gonna get married and they were through, and she meant Cliff and her. Well, the soldier and Nadine got married a couple days later, and she quit her job. Right after that, I heard she went overseas with Cliff, was around trying to break things up. Didn't do no good though. Nadine
no
loved
go,
that
do no
soldier,
good.
and she planned to
Please don't
stay
drink
with him.
while we interview, sir.
Well,
Yes, sir.
I tried to talk to Cliff, but tell him to stay out of it and leave the girl alone.
What was that?
I told him leave the girl alone. See,
I see. Mm-hmm.
it didn't do any good. It's he was sure hacked. You know, it's like he said that she was his girl. Might take some time, but he'd get her or running out on him. Figure he told her that too. That's what she was afraid of. Don't blame her. I mean, Cliff told her that. I'd believe him.
What's that, sir?
That he was gonna kill her.
Why did that last paragraph sound like Ryan was getting tired in the middle of it?
12:26 p.m. After we'd gotten the names and addresses of the employees of the Dream Palace who knew the missing girl, Frank and I went back to the office. We had the names checked through the record bureau, but we found that only one of the 14 people on the list had arrest records. That one was a Cliff Bender, who had been picked up on a charge of suspicion of burglary. However, according to the information on the report, he'd been released because of lack of evidence. We checked the log about the fight Lasnik had mentioned. We found that an FI card had been filed, but that no arrest had been made. We went over to room 45 and we talked with Sergeant Eggenweiler and Sergeant Rubles, the officers who handled the burglary case. They told us that in their contract with Bender, he was sullen and uncooperative. They told us that he'd been seen in the company of known criminals. They also told us that, in their opinion, they considered the man dangerous.
Dun, dun, dun.
We checked his last known address, but we found that he'd moved in July, leaving no forwarding address. While Frank and I checked out the rest of the missing girl's friends and acquaintances, Sergeant Graham and Cliff Bailey tried to check on Bender. We talked to everybody on the list we'd gotten from Ernest Lasnik, but none of them could give us any idea where we might find the Shipley girl. Most of them, however, told us that the threat that Bender had made against her life and expressed the opinion that he was responsible for her disappearance. The next day, Wednesday, August 13th, Frank and I went by communications. Then we checked back into the office. No, squad room.
Tell you.
I'm
I the mother-in-law of the missing girl called again this morning.
No, you didn't.
She wanted to know how we were doing, what progress we've been able to make.
What'd you tell her?
Well, I filled her in on what we found. I didn't tell her about the Bender though. Just said we thought we'd be able to find the girl.
Mm-hmm.
You talked to her when she made the original report, didn't you, Joe?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Well, how do you mean?
Well, isn't there something that there's a little...
We're all hotness Melvin. Thanks, Sharp Steph.
Yeah, who's that?
The uninitiated. Hotness Melvin was a character dropped on Salen's Legacy. He is a masseuse who is super hot and like breathy manly. You'll see.
Okay, I'm just gonna give it a try. Well, isn't there something there that's a little off base to you?
I don't know what you're trying to get at.
Well, it just seems to me that she doesn't care if we find her daughter-in-law or not. All she cares is about the kid.
Oh, yeah. I kind of got that idea myself. The way she talked. It doesn't seem that she and the girl got along too well, does it?
No. It just seems like there's something she isn't telling us. I don't know what that is. I asked her this morning if she'd heard from her son. If he knew anything about where his wife might be.
Thanks, Grimer.
What'd she say to that?
Well, she told me she didn't want to bother him. Make him worry, you know? Wouldn't even tell me his mailing address. She said she didn't want him alarmed unless there was a reason.
Oh, you're so tight. The way I see it, his wife being gone is reason enough.
Yeah.
He's a masseuse, Dino, a masseuse.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the way it seems to me. I told her that. She says our job to find the girl and the baby, and that's all.
Cooperation like that isn't going to make it any easier, is it? We can only do so much if she isn't gonna help us.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. Her filling the report and holding all information on you.
Are you constipated?
He's not fucking, he's a masseuse.
Could have fooled me.
Okay, I'm good. Okay.
One could lead to the next. I don't know.
Maybe we better get over and talk to her again. See if we can get the whole story. How about Graham and Bailey? You heard from them? I'm lightheaded.
I bet you are.
There's a note in the book. They got a lead on Bender. Graham said they were going to run it down for us this morning.
Uh-huh. What time you got?
9:40.
Balance, this sounds like a happy ending to me.
I want to talk to the skipper. Make arrangements to put a picture of the Shipley girl on Suspects Wanted this afternoon. Might be able to turn something, huh?
Sure. A lot of loose ends.
Ring, ring, ring on my phone. I'll get it. Missing persons. Friday. Yeah, Graham. Mm-hmm, where? What'd she say? Mm-hmm. Well, that's about the same. What? Yeah. Well, you want to call the crime lab? Right. No, we'll meet you out there right away. All right. Bye.
Does he run a 900 number?
He does now. I paid for that call, too.
Oh, they found where Bender was living.
What do you mean? Was?
Now I have to be someone who's only had 3 hours of sleep and hasn't had their coffee yet.
Exactly.
You every morning.
It literally is me every morning. Checked out last June. At the same time, the Shipley girl disappeared. Landlady hasn't seen him since, guys. Came up with something else.
Yeah?
A couple of shirts for a baby.
Uh-huh.
Let's say all over them.
Not gonna be enough.
Came out 2 a.m. We got to the apartment where Bender had been living. The crew from the crime lab were there, and they were photographing the room and the clothing that had been found. Sergeant Jay Allen told us that he'd have to run precipitate tests on the stains before he could tell whether or not they were of human origin. 10:45.
Hold on.
Yes.
We got 100.
Whoa!
Oh yeah,
we
yeah.
gotta say, so Corey, thank you for 10 for really bad stand-up comedian that thinks everything he says is hilarious.
Well, that will have to wait until the next show, basically, because I only have 2 lines left at the very, very end as an announcer. So,
Well, that's 2 lines.
But do we want to start singing now, since we're here?
Yeah.
10:45 a.m. They finished their investigation on the scene, and they went back to Central Station to compile the results. Frank called the office at a local at an APB were put out on Cliff Bender, asking that he be picked up as a possible suspect We also had his card flagged in the record bureau. We talked to the landlady of the apartment building, and she told us that Bender had left his apartment hurriedly one night about the middle of June. She was able to tell us the exact date, but she did not go on to say that she'd been getting a check for the rent each month. We asked her if we could show us either one of the checks or an envelope that it had come, and she explained that she had thrown the envelopes away and had cashed the checks. She was unable to tell us where they'd been mailed from. She said that as far as she knew, she'd never seen the Shipley girl in Bender's apartment. We asked her to notify us immediately in the event that the suspect returned. We put in a call to the bank where the rent checks were cashed, and we asked that they give us the information on them. 1:30 p.m., Frank and I went over to the crime lab and we talked to J.A. Allen. He told us that the stains on the baby clothes were human blood. He showed us that the photographs taken, but there was nothing in them that would give us any lead as to either the girls or Brenda's whereabouts. That afternoon, the picture of Harriet Shipley was telecast over the police program. We got several calls from citizens who said that they'd seen the girl. We checked them all out. One of the callers, a bus driver, told us that he'd seen the girl and the baby on the bus during the month of June, and that she'd come up in San Diego. We alerted the police in the city to look for her. Thursday morning, Frank and I tripped into the office.
We're in a squadron!
Wanna check the book, Frank? See if there's anything from San Diego.
Right.
I got it!
Bring, bring, bring.
Missing persons. Friday. Yeah, that's right. Yes, we did. Were you sure about that? Right away. Frank, get your coat.
What do you got?
Shipley girl, they found her.
You are listening to Dragnet, the authentic story of your police force in action. Meet the Tom Harmons. You know Tom as an All-American and now a top sports announcer. Mrs. Harmon is the motion picture and television star Elise Knox. They're typical of people everywhere who are saying Chesterfield's are for me.
I like regular size Chesterfields. Have for years that the best for me, at least I think so. Because Chesterpiece, because of the Chesterfield quality.
That's the way I feel about them too. I've always smoked Chesterfields. Now I go for the king size. Yeah. Guess I like a longer smoke. That's what she said.
So, whether you smoke regular size like Elise Knox or king size like Tom Harmon, enjoy America's most popular two-way cigarette. Chesterfields for me. You hear it everywhere. The Chesterfield you smoke today is the best cigarette ever made. For the taste you want, the malice you want, join the thousands now changing to Chesterfield.
All right.
The call had come from a nurse at the State Mental Hospital in Camarillo. She told me that they had a patient who resembled the photograph of the missing girl as televised on our police program. Frank and I left the office and drove out to the hospital. We talked to the nurse and to the doctor who was taking care of the sick girl. From personal effects and the scars on her wrist, we were reasonably sure of the identification. The doctor told us that the girl had been committed on July 17th by her sister under the name Harriet Lavin. He told us that the girl was undergoing treatment, but that there was little hope for a complete recovery, and that it would be some time before she could be permitted to leave the violent ward. We tried to talk to her, but we were unable to get any coherent answers. We asked about the baby, but the authorities were unable to give us any information. Except the name and address of the sister who'd committed the Shipley girl, and we drove down to San Diego to talk to her. It was a small place in a wartime housing development. The paint was peeling off the plyboard walls, and the front yard was overgrown with weeds. The woman who answered the door identified herself as Pauline Lavin.
Sure. What do you want to know? Don't make no difference now. You can go back and tell her it's too late, Samwise. Too late.
Tell who, ma'am?
Mrs. Shipley. Harriet's mother-in-law. You go back and tell her she done good. Ain't nothing left to go to, Harriet. It's all been done. You can tell her that.
We don't work for Mrs. Shipley, ma'am. We're trying to find out what happened to your sister and the baby.
Who asked you to find in the first place? It was her, it wasn't it? Wasn't she the one?
She filed a report.
That's what I mean. Well, you go back and tell her there's nothing more that she can do to Samwise or the baby, Big Jerry. Nothing at all she can do.
Where's the baby, ma'am?
He's not here.
Do you know where he is?
Yes, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell anybody. I promised Harriet I wouldn't tell, and I'm going to keep the promise.
Mrs. Lavin, we don't want to hurt your sister. We're just trying to get in touch. Oh, sorry, just trying to get to the truth. Now, maybe you better tell us what you know.
Are you going to do this for old Mrs. Shipley?
No, ma'am.
All right. I'll tell you, but not for her. I wouldn't give her the right time of day. I'm like very not Frodo British, but that's fine. It's the only thing I can make sense of.
Sounds like Droopy instead.
It does a little bit. I can't do it.
Getting up, sure.
She's the one that did it, the whole thing. You can lay it right at her feet.
All right. You want to tell us about it?
Yes. I threw the baby into Mount Doom.
And credits.
Since they got married, she's given the kids trouble. All right. From the first she heard about it, said that Harriet wasn't good enough for her son. Said Harriet was cheap. Didn't make any difference to the kids. They got married anyway. They were in love, so they got married.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Big Jerry went overseas, she started on Harriet to get an amulet. All the time writing... I can't do this. All the time writing her letters. I'm trying to entertain Zelda and speak at the same time, and it's hard. Her letters tell her cheap... I'm thinking Droopy now. That if she really loved Jerry, she'd get an amulet.
An amulet?
And annulment.
Yeah, that's better. Makes more sense.
Amulet? I did say amulet first, didn't I? Yeah, that's great. Well, you know what? It's fine. Then show out and about the baby, so she started saying they get a divorce.
Does Harriet's husband know about this? Would you know? Oh, Dicimo, thank you. How about Sloth from the Goonies?
Yes.
Okay.
That's going to go great with Optimus Frodo.
How many more you got?
Does Harriet's husband know about this? Would you know? That sounded like Homer.
I don't.
A little Homer.
I can't do Homer on purpose. I don't know what Sloth sounds like.
That's pretty good.
I can't remember. We just watched. All right. Well,
He doesn't say a lot. So
he doesn't say a lot.
Baby Ruth.
Zelda, can you?
Sounds like an auditions for Elf Mice and Men.
yikes. Yeesh.
Tell me about the rabbits, George. Sure, how long you knew it. He didn't like it. Told his mother to stay out of their lives. Kept telling her, but it didn't do any good. None. Then Harriet got the wire. The one that told about Big Jerry being dead. Almost killed her. I thought it was going to. They was really in love, Gandalf. Isn't often you see something like them too. Real love, the kind you live, not the kind you talk about.
One night, right after she got the wire, she got a phone call from San Francisco, from old Mrs. Shipley. She told Harriet that she was going to court to take the baby away from her, said she could prove Harriet wasn't a good mother and she didn't deserve to have the baby, Samwise.
Was Harriet living here?
I can't. Was Harriet here at the time?
No.
I don't like this one.
No, she came down every weekend, but she wasn't living here. There was a guy up in L.A. that was giving her trouble, fella named Bender, I think. He was with her when she tried to kill herself. He ran out so he wouldn't get mixed up in it. He was always giving Harriet trouble, so she left one night to get away from him and old Mrs. Shipley. But one doesn't simply walk away from Mrs. Shipley. She came down here and said that she just wanted to be left alone with her baby. It's not a lot to ask, is it, just to be left alone?
No, man.
I think that was 20 lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay. It was for old Mrs. Shipley. She just wouldn't let Harriet alone. Kept after her, saying how she was gonna take away the baby. I know this is Los Angeles, but I just felt this voice. How Harriet was an unfit mother. That's why she came down here, to try and hide. I get away from the old woman. Didn't do any good. Maybe she got away from her, but she kept thinking that any day the doorbell was going to ring and there'd be the old bag with the papers to take the baby away from her. Kind of got on her mind. Finally, there wasn't much else she was thinking about, but how to keep her baby. So she went out walking one night, took the baby with her, rained real hard. I guess the baby took cold. Anyway, the next day, he came down with a bad fever. A couple days later, he was dead. Not even a year old, and he was dead.
You want to go on?
Oh. Harriet sat around for a week. I didn't say anything. Didn't do nothing. Just stare at the wall. Didn't even cry. Just sat and looked at the wall. Then all of a sudden, she just fell apart. I called the doctor, said it was a breakdown, and said I should have her committed. I signed the papers, and that's where she is. I went up to see her. She didn't even know me. I'm her sister, and she didn't even know me. So you just tell old Mrs. Shipley how she did good. You just tell her what she did to my sister. Tell her how the baby's dead and she's finally got what she wanted, because now Harriet hasn't got the baby. Nobody's got him. Nobody's got him. Nobody.
And next time you talk, Dino, you are Kermit the Frog.
Oh, God. I've never done that before.
Come on, Frank.
Yeah. Joe and Frank walk to the door and open it. Their steps through the door, which closes, cutting off the weeping.
Oh, where to?
Well, get back to town.
I guess so.
See, Miss Shipley.
Bridge music.
That 10? Is that 10 yet?
I think you're at 2.
I think one more. Do this last one.
All right.
We got back to Los Angeles 9:30 p.m. Mammy Ruth, we went directly to a hotel where Mrs. Shipley was staying. Superman! The desk clerk told us that she left word that she was not to be disturbed. Chuck! But we told him it was a matter of importance. Mammy Ruth again! He called the room and she asked if we come up. We took the elevator to the 7th floor and we walked down the hall.
Footsteps on the carpet floor.
Yes, have some.
This is going to be terrible. Oh, hi-ho there, Sergeant Friday. Officer Smith, come in.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, I'm just having a drink. May I fix you one?
No, thank you.
How about you, Mr. Smith?
Oh, no, thank you.
This is a night of painful accents. Yes, correct. Oh, you don't mind if I go ahead?
No, ma'am. Not at all.
Okay, just sit down and I'll be right with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, desk clerk said it was important. I can't do this.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you found my daughter-in-law.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can't do this.
That's good.
That's
No,
Great.
that's good.
It's great.
And the baby,
Valley Girl
where is
for
he?
Cucumber.
Is he
What was
still with her? Oh,
Father?
No, ma'am, he's not.
where is he?
Your daughter-in-law is pretty sick, Mrs. Shipley.
I'm hold on.
Your daughter-in-law is pretty
There we go.
sick, Mrs. Shipley.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am. She's in the state hospital up in Camarillo.
Camarillo?
Yes, ma'am. That was weird.
That's a mental hospital, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about Harriet, but I knew she wasn't very stable.
Well, why didn't you tell us your son was dead, Mrs. Shipley?
I didn't think it had any bearing on the thing. What difference does it make?
You don't seem to be very interested in his wife.
I'm going to be honest with you, Sergeant. I'm not in the least interested in what she does or where she is. I never did feel she was the right girl for my son. Never. When the baby was born, I tried to go along with it. I tried to be nice to her, and she wouldn't have it. She wouldn't even be friendly. She's poisoned my son. Turned him against me. She's a terrible woman, just terrible. Whatever's happened to her is just exactly what she's got coming. Naturally, I'm sorry it's the way it is, but there's nothing I can do. All I'm interested in right now is my grandchild. I want him, and if I have to go to court to get him, then I'll do it that way.
Gag me with a spoon. That won't be necessary, ma'am.
Where is he? I'd like to go and get him now that Jerry's wife can't take care of him.
He's totally dead, ma'am.
If this is some kind of joke that you're making up to help my daughter-in-law keep him, it won't work.
It's no joke. It's the truth. He died in a hospital in San Diego. Ick.
It's not right. It's not right he's dead. She did this. Harriet, she did it to get even with me. I know she did.
We're sorry, Mrs. Shipley.
First my husband, then Jerry, now the baby. I haven't got anybody. I'm all by myself. There isn't anybody in the world who cares. Nobody.
We're sorry, Mrs. Shipley. I just wish there was something we could do.
No, you're not. You're like the rest of them. It's Harriet. She's the one. Nobody else to consider in this mess. Just her.
But what about the baby?
Dragnet theme.
The story you just heard is true. The names were changed to protect the innocent. On Thursday, August 14th, a meeting was held in the office of the Captain of Homicide, Los Angeles Police Department. In a moment, the results of that meeting. Now, here is our star, Jack Webb.
Is that me?
Yeah, it's you.
Thank you, George Fenneman. You know, the Chesterfield you smoked today is the best cigarette ever made. And best for you. Now that's a fact. And to my way of thinking, it's the very reason for you to change to Chesterfield. Try 'em either way. Up the butt, in the ear, regular or king-sized. If you try 'em,
Brian.
I think you'll say with all of us, Chesterfield's for me.
Thanks for the donation, Brian.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I don't know how to work this thing. So.
But Australian for chunk.
All right. At the meeting held in Captain Lerman's office, it was decided that no criminal act had taken place, and the case was officially marked closed. You have just
Closing
heard.
theme.
You have just heard Dragnet, a series of authentic cases from official files. Technical advice comes from the Office of Chief of Police W.H. Parker, Los Angeles Police Department. Technical advisors: Captain Jack Donahue, Sergeant Marty Winnan, Sergeant Vance Brasher. Heard tonight were Ben Alexander, Herb Vigran, Carolyn Jones. Script by John Robinson, music by Walter Schumann, Hal Gibney speaking. Watch an entirely different Dragnet case history each week on your local NBC television station. Please check your newspapers for the day and time. Chesterfield has brought you Dragnet, transcribed from Los Angeles.
Hey, those filter tip smokers, this is it. Hey, so those L&M filters, the one filter tip cigarettes with, plenty of good taste, much more flavor, much less nicotine, the right length of effective filtration, right? And only the L&M filters contain the miracle product, alpha cellulose. Isn't that great? It's hilarious. Like, it's the purest material for filtering cigarette smoke. Yes, this is it. As Rosalinda Russell puts it, and she's hilarious. So you gotta believe it's funny.
Hilarious.
Are just what the doctor ordered. But L&M filters the light and mild smoke.
Fade out theme.
Were you?
I'm supposed to be a really bad stand-up who thinks he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Okay,
You got the really bad part going.
Yeah, it was like Seinfeld meets Morty. So that was nice.
Here, Rocky Fortune following John Cameron Swain and the news on the NBC radio. It'll be great.
Good old Swain.
Good old John Cameron Swain.
Wow.
Wow. We finished one.
Oh, I really
Did
like
it.
Dino's Kermit.
Yeah.
It was very Peter Cratchit.
Yeah, that was great.
And like every Kermit, it got better over time. So everyone out in the world, chill the fuck out, shall we?
Oh, right.
That's a good point. Actually, the exception to the rule.
All right.
All right. One down.
All right, let's introduce who we are going to be in the next episode.
What's the next episode?
Next episode is Gangbusters, the Eddie Doll case, January 18th, 1939.
Sweet.
Bringing it back.
Ooh.
Definitely
Shall we
not
go around
Chunk.
again?
Yeah.
Thank you. Definitely not Chunk. Ryan, Yoda for Ryan.
Okay.
Thank you.
That should be fun.
Thank you. Definitely not Chunk.
Yeah.
All right, I've got 8 more lines of
Who's
bad
doing what?
stand-up.
Shall we go around?
Yeah, let's do it.
Chunk, who are you?
Oh, man. I'm Dr. Carletta and Simon.
Carlton. Jesus.
Carletta and Simon. And then
For
I'm
letting.
Rogers. And I'm Teller. And then I'm Bank Guy. And then I'm Filter One. And then I'm Smith. And then I'm Postmaster. I'm a
Sweet, sweet.
Ryan?
Cool.
And I'm
Tight,
playing Dennison, a special agent.
Okay. I'm playing Haynes, the inspector.
Nice.
I'm definitely going to inspect her.
I'm playing Colonel Schwarzkopf.
Oh,
I'm playing Tim,
the tool
Man, Frank, O'Brien, Filter 3, Filter 2. Is that a 2? That's a 2. Filter 2, and Postman 2. With a, what the fuck is a Florida accent?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Hey, Florida guy.
Kidding.
Florida man.
Hi, I'm Dino. After that offensive thing, I'm kidding. I'm going to be playing Eddie Doll, Filter 3, and Post Officer, also with a Florida accent.
What's your Florida accent?
Hi, I'm from Florida.
Boring.
Would it be Florida?
Florida.
Flirter.
No, you got to come from like Rhode Island first.
Maybe.
Flirter.
Yeah. Florida.
Maybe I'm an old New York man, a New Yorker that moved
Yeah.
to Florida to retire.
All of our LA people were also from New York. That's like the third time that's happened.
Yep.
We're all like LA locals, but well, not all of us. Bay Area over there.
The Bay Area.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
I'm a local now, though.
Are you
That
ready?
offends
Ready?
Yeah.
Dr. Simon, I understand that tonight's case concerns Eddie Doll, alias Eddie LaRue, alias Burlington Eddie, alias Edward Foley.
Yes, Colonel Schwarzkopf, mate.
Take your time.
The case starts on September 6, 1930, mate. Late at night in the gang's hideout at Lincoln, Nebraska, mate. A bare room in the back part of the dilapidated apartment house, mate. The shades were drawn, the windows were sealed, mate. The room was stuffy. The blue with smoke. And a tenseness was in the air, mate. The fuck is that? The gang was waiting nervously, mate.
Sneaky footsteps walking back and forth.
Sit down, Buck. Take the load off your feet, mate.
Yeah, you give me the willies walking around.
Forget it, mate. Wait until Eddie Dog gets here, mate. He's got it all.
Who's Buck?
Somebody read Buck.
Oh no!
My name is Buck, and I like to. We may have to bump the 2 guards off.
Forget him, mate. Wait until Eddie Dog gets here, mate. He's got all the lowdown, mate.
I'm glad Doll has joined up with the gang. He's got a cool head. He's slick. He ain't one of these guys that goes off half-cocked.
This is going to be the smoothest bank job I ever pulled in this country.
Oh, I skipped Buck.
Thanks for the donation, Cucumber. I'm sure, I don't know why that's happening. Thank you for the donation, Cucumber. How about a Southern Belle accent?
You got it, baby.
There's Doll now.
Oh, make sure before you unbolt that doll.
Who is it, mate?
A guy. Hi.
Hi, doll.
Everybody here?
Yeah, when are we going to crack the job?
I'm going to crack it in the morning, boys.
Oh, what's the dope, mate?
This is going to be. I don't. Is supposed to be an accent on this? This is going
Is
to be
their Florida accent?
I don't think Eddie Doll has the accent.
You can if you want.
I can. It is going to be the most perfect bank cracking ever pulled in this country, and the biggest. $1 million.
Everything's set.
We're going to rehearse this thing inch by inch right now. I've got every emergency covered.
We've been working on it 3 months.
Buck, you're responsible for the getaway. If anything slips, we'll all get lead poisoning. Give the boys the setup.
Here's the map of our getaway. The car will do 70. You guys jump in. We heads north. Take the turn to Elm Street. They're working on the road, so only one car can pass. I'm giving a taxi cab driver $100. After we pass, he starts to drive through, stalls his car, so anybody chasing us will be stuck.
Does he know what we're up to, mate?
Of course not. I told him it was a wedding party trying to get away. We keeps going on the state highway over the railroad track. We turns off the highway here and head for the hangout. I drove over that route 3 times a day for the past 2 weeks. I could drive it blindfolded.
Oh, how about license plate?
I got that fixed too. While we're driving, we can drop off the license plates and swing on new ones. Okay, doll?
All right. Now, for weeks, I've had all you guys going in the bank, having money changed. I hired a vault today. What?
Vault today.
I hired a vault today. Got a good look through the cellar. Here's a picture of the inside of the bank. There'll be 4 guns in the bank. 1 in the drawer here, 1 in the drawer there, and the 2 guards are always standing right here in front of this cage. Frank.
Yeah.
Right. You stands to the right of this guard, and Tim stands to the right of this one.
Okay, doll.
You feeling all right?
Mm-hmm.
At the signal, you crack them guards, snatch their guns. I'll get the 2 guns from the drawers. Then 10 seconds later, Sweeney comes in the bank with a machine gun. He covers the customers. We touch nothing in the bank but money. We leave no fingerprints. Remember that.
Hey, suppose the 2 guards put up a fight.
Frank and Tim bumps him off. Now, let's study the layout. We'll spend the rest of the night memorizing every detail.
Fade head, slight bank commotion. Bank.
Money.
Withdrawal.
Good morning, Mr. Smith. I'd like to cash this check.
Certainly, Mr. Brown.
Stick him up. This is a holdup. Number 3, keep him covered with that machine gun. If anybody makes it. Well. Oh.
Jack Nicholson? Nicholson Joker.
Jack Nicholson Joker for you, Dino.
Oh, it says
wait,
Brian.
No, that's
Oh,
from me.
sorry, Brian.
From
Brian.
Dino.
I don't know why it has
Yeah.
my name. I
Dino.
didn't
Yeah,
do
it's
it.
from Dino.
Yeah, Dino did it.
Yeah, I
Thank
Yeah,
you
did.
for your donation.
Shay didn't, Dino.
Yeah,
No, I
Dino.
totally did.
Of course not.
Yeah, because you know I super can't do Jack Nicholson Joker, so you decided to pop that in there, idiot.
Yes, that's exactly why I
Kyle?
did that.
Oh, Kyle's back.
Oh, hi.
Kyle.
Hi, Kyle Volkert.
Kyle should just be on our show.
Yeah.
Where are we at right now?
Number 3.
Number 3. Keep him covered with that machine gun.
Number 3.
If anybody makes a move, mow the whole bunch down.
All right, mate.
Number 1.
Yes, sir.
Scoop all the loose cash into those laundry bags. Hey, you bank guy, come here. Come with me and swing back the door of the vault.
Yes, sir.
Swing it back.
Several bolts.
One false move and you'll get lead poisoning. Scoop all those blank notes into that bag.
Money, bags of money.
Much change. Change.
Oh, there's a lot of money in these drawers, boss.
Take your time, pal. This ain't no peanut robbery. Keep cool. Use your heads. All hail Lord Chunk.
Yeah.
His head is big enough, guys.
Actually, really small.
This is going to be $1 million haul. Lug the full bags of money as far as the front door.
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
There's a crowd collecting in the front of the bank.
Let
I'm
'em
a crowd.
We're collecting in here.
We got everything, boss.
You guys carry those bags. Don't one of you people take one step to follow us, or we'll shoot holes in you. Come on. Number 3, you stand at the door with a machine gun. As soon as we're all in the car, we'll give you the signal.
Chuck.
Come on.
The crowd gets louder. Oh, the sound of the motor vehicles idle.
Throw the bags of money in the back. Sound the signal. Everybody get in. Here come the rest of the gang. Step on it, Buck.
As I recall, Dr. Simon, that $1 million robbery was the biggest bank robbery ever staged in this country. Please tell our Palmolive shave cream listeners what happened next.
Yeah, at that time, Colonel, bank robbery was not under the jurisdiction of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, but the Lincoln, Nebraska authorities asked the FBI to furnish them with what information it could. On September 9, 1930, Inspector Haynes of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, why didn't you say the FBI, was in the private office in Washington. And I want to see how a large organization operates in gathering complete information about a criminal.
Now, Chunk, you have to say your words to the Barney song, the I Love You, You Love Me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I finished, though.
Bonk. Dennison.
Hey, you sent me, Inspector Hayes? I'm here.
Dennison, this bank robbery in Lincoln, Nebraska is the cleanest bank job ever done in this country.
There isn't a clue.
Not one, but we've got to find one. Now I've got here a complete report of how the robbery was executed. I want to check the modus operandi of this gang.
Have you ever heard every musician has a definite individual musical touch? Well, hey, every painter has his own style. Every criminal has his own individual approach to a crime.
Yes, Dennison. We know there are some dozen gangs of bank robbers in the Middle West, but some recent gangs have been broken up.
You mean this robbery may have been committed by a leader who has his schooling from some gang that's already been caught?
That's it. And if we can't find a Middle Western gang which operates similar to the procedure used in this robbery, it'll be a nail to hang our hats on. Yes?
Frank is here, Inspector.
Send him in at once.
Yes, sir.
I've asked several of the men to get reports on some of these Midwestern gangs, Dennison.
Frank reporting, Inspector.
Get a report on that Salta gang.
Yes. Yes, sir. They pulled 4 bank robberies. In each case, they shot the guards. And in each case, they were careless about fingerprints. And they didn't bother to take along loose silver.
Yes?
What? O'Brien is waiting, Inspector.
Tell them to come in.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's all, Frank.
Yes, sir.
Dennison, the Celta gang has no part in this bank robbery. The gang we're looking for scooped up the loose silver. They left no fingerprints.
And the leader of the gang we're chasing has brains.
O'Brien reporting, sir.
What about that Hoosier gang, O'Brien?
There are 6 robberies laid to them, Inspector. In all 6 cases, they entered the bank, found the prisoners, took all the money, including loose silver. Only in 1 case was there shooting of a guard. The gang wore gloves in all cases, and only in 1 instance did they desert their car.
I would love a desert car. Thanks, O'Brien. Is Smith waiting outside?
Oh, yes, sir.
I'll ask him to come in.
Yes, sir. Said I was fading.
Aren't we all?
Said it.
Dennison, this gang sounds more like the one we're after. They're not shooting their what? They're not shooting guards agrees. Not deserting their car agrees. Taking all loose silver agrees.
But they're tying up all those banks.
That's where the Hoosier method differs from the gang that pulled this job. Hello, Smith.
I got reports on the 5-finger mob and on the Yetz gang.
Thanks for the donation, Dice Wolf.
Thank you.
Let's have them.
And we are actually at the sing lines as well again.
Oh, great. You want to start that on the next page?
Yeah, on the next page.
Yeah.
Well, let's have them then.
3 bank robberies during the past year. I've been laid off to the finger mob. In every case, they've been scared off.
Finally, you finished it.
Okay.
Hey, isn't that the gang that always leaves a girl in the car out in front of the as a blind?
Yes, sir.
They're just a rattle-brained mob. But there was a super-thinking mind back of this Lincoln, Nebraska job. What about the Yakes gang?
Singing.
Broken up about 2 years ago. 3 of them caught 1 shot. Yates and the other 2 escaped. Nothing has been laid on this gang during the past 2 years.
What was their procedure?
I have it here. They entered the bank, made thorough sweep of the money, held employees at machine gun point in for cases that got deserved money from the vaults. And a car waiting to make the escape. In no case did they ever desert the car.
I think. Go on. You done? I think, Smith, that is all.
Yes, sir.
Inspector.
Step. Door opens and closes.
Inspector, that's the same modus operandi used in the Lincoln, Nebraska robbery.
Yes, Super Token.
Yes, Dennison. This report says that back in February, our Lewis field office was notified that a sheriff in Macomb, Illinois, picked up an Edward Dahl for stealing a car. Dahl was arrested, placed under a $3,500 bail, and skipped bail. A car thief doesn't usually have a $3,500 to put up as a bail or to throw away by not appearing. I'm a dictograph.
Yes, sir.
Fingerprint department.
Yes, sir.
I'll look up the record of Edward Dahl and see who's been connected with in the past.
Yes, sir.
Dictograph again.
Click.
That was a dick click.
Are
Yes,
you
it was.
figuring that Doll may have joined up with the Yates gang?
Let's think now. The Yates gang always makes through a thorough cleaning of the bank that tallies. They don't tie the customers and employees that tallies.
And their general plan of procedure was similar to the procedure just used in this bank robbery.
All right. Yates and two of his pals are still at large. Edward Dahl skipped his bail 4 months ago. It's taken several months to plan this bank robbery. Oh, why do all of these facts fit so perfectly?
Big Buzz.
Inspector Haynes speaking.
Report on the Edward Dahl. Arrested several times. A minor offenses known to be exceptionally clever. That's a lot of syllables. It is possible that he is one of the leaders reorganizing the Western Bank robbery gang. That's all.
Okay.
Dictograph, exit stage left.
So Doll does know Yates.
Of course, there's some of this is hypothetical, but Dahl may have learned his bank robbering from Yates, and now even more is clever. See that picture of Dahl, his history, and all these facts were sent to the Nebraska authorities. It may be a good lead.
A number of months went by, Colonel. Dahl completely disappeared. Then suddenly...
Oh, kidnapping, don't you know? South Bend, Indiana. Kidnapping corresponds to the description of Edward Dahl recently distributed by the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
A local bank in Tupelo, Mississippi, just robbed by Machine Gun Kelly. Description of his companion, Edward the description of his companion, Fitz Edward Dahl. Wanted. All information on Machine Gun Kelly and Edward Dahl.
Attention, attention, United States mail robbery at Effingham, Illinois. Believed leader of gang was Edward Dahl.
Well, Colonel, orders came from the headquarters of the G-Men to redouble the efforts to get Edward Dahl. Inspector Haynes again called Dennison into his office in Washington.
Dennison! All we know up to now is Edward Dahl is somewhere in this country. We've got to find him. I've just received some additional information.
That's something I've never heard.
I think Dennison's done. I think that accent's good.
Yeah, how many times have you done that? You good now?
I've got
Maybe
one
he's-
left.
I think-
One left.
Really? Sounds like it $50 worth.
It's just spaced out.
Yeah.
This hurts us that much.
Yeah. Yes, reports from all over the country. Dahl's weakness is pretty girls. Has been known to visit Alice Kahn of New Orleans, Mildred Barling of San Francisco, Lucy Weber of Denver, Joan English of St. Louis. There's a long list of them here, sir.
Dictograph is back, and it buzzes and clicks.
Dick Buzz click.
Dick Buzz click.
He would. Inspector Haynes.
Report on Dahl, sir. Used to pal around with Catherine and Machine Gun Kelly. We have their prints, specimens in handwriting, and good picture of them.
Send it all in immediately.
Click dick.
Click dick.
Click a dickodraff. Well, Dennison, we're not very far ahead.
Wait, Inspector. Here's some information I just dug up. So Dahl is fond of motion pictures, right? Especially gangster pictures. And get this. He has tattoo marks on both his right and left forearms. What is that about? A heart and an anchor and a figure of a girl on his right forearm. And a cowgirl and pierced heart on his left forearm. And he's quoted as having said that eventually he's going to retire to a chicken farm. I mean, this guy.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. Dick Buzz click. Inspector Haynes.
Man, one of our Western field officers have just been to jail and talked to Machine Gun Kelly. They didn't let Kelly know that they wanted information on Dahl, but they asked a lot of questions about other things, and Kelly and Kelly intimated that about 9 months ago, a doll married a girl by the name of Janet Gallatin in New York.
Thanks, Smith.
Click, no dick.
Already married doll is Inspector.
Oh, shit.
I'm
The
Yoda,
fuck is
yeah.
this?
Yeah, I can tell, unfortunately. That wouldn't stop him from marrying again. That's the best tip we've had yet.
A big job to examine it's going to be. All the marriage licenses. Married under fictitious names, probably, yes.
Nope, doesn't matter where, apparently.
I had to go look up what this accent was. I scrolled up. I found it.
Let's see. Doll meets a girl, wants to marry her. Is it going to let her know who he really is? If she was that type of girl he could take in as one of the gang, he wouldn't care if she knew his identity. Right. Dennison?
Good night, Kyle.
Kyle.
Well, see you later.
Yes?
But if Doll doesn't want her suspect to anything, then he can ask her to sign a fictitious name to the marriage license. He'd change his name, but that marriage license is going to contain her real name. I've got to find a license made out to Janet Gallatin.
Oh, Dr. Simon. I went Irish. Fuck. Don't you know? Dr. Simon, fuck, don't you know? I know the most important part of the case will be the police search, don't you know? For Janet Gallatin, don't you know? But before you tell us about that, Frank Gallup has a few words for our... God, someone just give me Minnesota for like 2 seconds to say anything.
Your Minnesotan is about as good as Chunk's Australian.
Right?
Thank you. I need a sample.
Oh,
God,
don't you know? The Minnesota.
Hey, yeah, welcome to Minnesota. Eh?
Welcome to Minnesota. All right, but before
Minnesota.
you tell us about that, Frank Gallup has a
There
few
you
words
go.
for our listeners.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Commercial. Yoda for everyone.
Thanks,
Do we do
Dyson.
that now?
Yeah, group one.
Dr. Simon, you were telling us that Inspector Haynes and Dennison went to New York to check the marriage license records. Yes, Colonel Schwarzkopf. For over a month, Inspector Haynes and Dennison worked in the Marriage Bureau of New York, carefully going over every marriage license. It was a tedious job. Then, late one afternoon, this is really close to my regular voice. Typewriter I am.
What is it, Inspector Haynes?
This is worth our weeks of tiresome checking. Dennison, a married license permit out to Miss Janet Gabrielle Glenn and Mr. Leonard Foley.
Janet and Gallatin are fairly common names.
Married to Leonard L.E. Foley. Give me that sample of Doll's handwriting.
Here it is.
Let's see. Leonard E. Foley. Edward Doll. These two E's are written exactly the same way.
Yes. The end of those
Jesus Christ. You're supposed to keep your throat in your neck when you do this.
The end of those two D's are the same. And notice the R's.
Dennison! It's our first clue.
Gives his address there as the Nemo Hotel, Dallas, Texas.
Yoda.
I know. It went Stitch.
It was Stitch.
Fuck. We avoided Stitch for like months.
That's probably fictitious.
The girl that plays came in just to be mad that someone sounds like Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
Now they're going away again.
Same voice actor, so it's fine, right?
Yeah. That's close.
But Janet Gallatin gives her address as Danville, Vermont. That's probably correct. Come on, Dennison.
We're going to Danville, Vermont.
Several hours later, Colonel Inspector Haynes and Special Agent Dennison, posing as a traveling salesman, arrived at Danville, Vermont.
All three of them posing as the same salesman.
At the local post office, they rented a car and drove up. Yes.
But why do we go to the post office, Inspector? Let's go up to her home.
Oh! Safer this is!
But why?
Janet Galetta does not know she's married to a man like Dole, does she?
Oh.
No!
Cucumber gets stitched twice.
20 lines for you of stitched laughter.
Whoa, shit! Thanks. I don't know how many lines I have left in this, but thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll roll it over to the top of next week.
No.
Her parents do not know if she doesn't know. It's natural for parents to communicate with their daughter. If they don't realize there's any need for secrecy, the most natural communications would be through the mails.
All right, and you guys are good now, but I still have 3 lines left of Yoda.
What do I do?
The safest way to close down on a criminal is not to let anybody in the world know you're looking for him. Come on, in the post office. How do you do?
How do you do, sir?
I'd like 5 3-cent stamps.
Yes, sir.
Money on counter. Say, by the way, would you direct me to the home of Janet Gallatin?
Yes, sir. You turn right a mile up the road, a greenhouse on the right-hand side.
I'm gonna seal some letters.
A, B, C.
Stupid. Thanks. I thought I'd drop in and surprise her.
She's not home now, you know.
What? She doesn't live here anymore?
Hasn't for a year. Married now. Married some out-of-town fella.
I'm awfully disappointed. Say, I guess I'll drop her a postal card from here, though. You wouldn't happen to know her address offhand, do you?
Yes. Her folks sent her a package yesterday. It's uninsured. A slip here. That's a package was sent to Miss Janet G. Foley. Box 270A, route number 2, St. Petersburg, Larder.
Well, thanks. I'll drop her a card.
No, that was a clever piece of work, Dr. Simon. Please tell our Palm Olive Shave Cream audience how Inspector Haynes followed it up, eh?
Well, Colonel, 4 days later, Inspector Haynes and Special Agent Dennison arrived at St. Petersburg and talked with the local post office officials.
But I tell you, there must be a Leonard E. Foley listed somewhere in St. Petersburg.
Oh, God, Florida accent.
Yeah.
Oh, remember?
Florida City Directorate. Yeah, just do it like that.
I'm just kidding.
No Leonard E. Foley in the city. No Leonard E. Foley in the city directory.
It's the postman who delivers route number 2 around.
He may be in the other room. Fade. I said fade. I'll see.
Lower voice. What do you think, Dennison?
Funny there isn't a Leonard Foley in the directory.
Or the dictionary. Anybody want to fade in?
Fading in.
Mr. Jenkins was just going out delivering mail. He has rule route number 2. These 2 gentlemen are federal officers, so answer anything they ask you.
Oh, Florida accent, yes, sir. Fuck, am I Irish again?
He failed on 2 different levels.
We have the address of Leonard E. Foley, box 270A, route number 2. Know anything about him?
Why? About 2 weeks ago, he wrote out an order that all mail addressed to Foley should be delivered. Wait a minute. I've got that order here in my book, sir.
Bob Ross.
Oh, Dino got a Bob Ross story up.
Oh God, what does Bob Ross sound like?
It's just really calm.
It's very calm.
Very calm.
Okay.
You need some nice happy trees.
Happy trees.
Right here.
Okay.
Happy little trees. No mistake.
Yeah, on the verge of a whisper almost.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Talk about squirrels.
Pretty little tree.
Good. Did he write the instructions himself?
Yes, sir.
Dennison, let me have that sample of Doll's handwriting.
Just a minute.
Shuffling cards.
Here's the note he wrote out. Says to deliver any mail addressed to Janet or Leonard Foley to 5190 38th Avenue North, Pittsburgh.
Let me see the paper. Dennison, notice this E and see this R.
Handwriting this is.
He and his wife have a house out here?
Yes, sir. Farm about 35 acres. They raise chickens.
Oh, when's the last time you saw him?
He come out to the post box about 2 days ago.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Come on, Dennison. We'll go out and see this Mr. Foley.
Slight pause.
Motor fading in. That's a fast car.
You got a fast.
Oh, that looks like the house, Dennison. Ahead on the right.
Think there'll be a shooting inspector?
Ha! There will be if he can get his hands on his gun. But first, we've got to make sure he's the right man.
I can't tell if you're Patrick Warburton or John Wayne.
Yeah, it's back and forth.
Remember the tattoos. He should have a heart, an anchor, and a girl tattooed on his right forearm.
But on his forearm. If we were to force him to roll up his sleeves, there may be a shooting.
That would be a sure way to identify him, though. There's a man around back of the house.
Low. Change your gun into your outside pocket.
Right.
I'm in straw.
Hello there, partner. Mind if we come out back and see ya?
Come on.
More walking. We're interested in buying some chickens.
Oh, you ain't farmers.
No, we just moved from St. Petersburg. We thought we might arrange to get fresh chickens from you.
Oh, I ain't selling any. I'm just putting some nice little bushes in this painting over here. A nice, maybe like forest green. Wait a minute, till I close the gate. All the chickens will be out. Look at those nice little chickens there.
Think it's Doll? He's about the right size. Heavier, though.
We've got to get a look at his forearm.
Yeah, that's looking great. Why did you two fellas stop here for anyway?
I told you, we'd like to have you kill us a fresh chicken every Sunday. You've got a nice place here. This big hogshead makes a good watering trough.
Yeah, it's full of water too. A nice babbling brook maybe through the mountains. This hose runs from that spring over there and keeps the hogshead full.
Oh, look here, Bill. Lean over and look in it. Isn't that water clean?
Thanks, Dyson Wolf. Ryan, how about some Gordon Ramsay?
All right.
Hell's Kitchen style.
This water is fucking mighty clear.
Okay.
He's English.
Right. Yeah.
Yep, that fixed it. Oh! I dropped my watch into the water. You've got your coat off, sir. Could you pull up your sleeves and get it out before the water gets into the works?
We're all now NPR hosts.
Oh, God, what's that?
Yeah, what's that?
How do we do that?
And this is actually going to take us all the way to the end of the show because we are only a page and a half away.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Dyson Wolf.
Thank you.
Yeah, so NPR is like it's
I know what
radio,
NPR is.
but they're very laid back and calm. That's something
Okay.
And I'll do Gordon Ramsay next week.
Cool. All right. Wait a minute. Grunting and swish of water. There.
Thanks. It was awfully careless of me.
Got a tattoo mark on your arm there, haven't you? An anchor and a girl? You must have been a sailor.
No, I did it for the fun of it.
This is interesting. Tattoos always fascinated me. Let's see it.
Sure.
Oh, that is beautiful work.
Best I've ever seen.
You fellas think this is good? Wait till you see my other arm next week at 7 o'clock.
Oh, ho, ho. You've got another tattoo?
Look at this.
Wow. A cowgirl and a pierced heart.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold your arms out together so I can compare the two designs.
Sure. What do you think of them?
Click!
Hey, what's the idea? Take these handcuffs off me.
Edward Dahl, you're wanted for the $1 million bank robbery in Lincoln, Nebraska, the South Bend kidnapping, and too many other crimes to mention.
So you know me. How do you find me? I changed my show from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock Eastern. I didn't make one false move.
That's one of the things that helped us find you, Dahl.
And that, Colonel, was the end of Eddie Dahl, mastermind of the biggest bank robbery ever committed in this country.
What happened to Dahl, Dr. Simon?
He was sentenced to a long term in federal penitentiary.
Thank you, Dr. Carlton Simon, for telling us this gripping case. You and I know that no matter how cunning a criminal may be, no matter how cleverly he may cover his tracks, sooner or later, he is bound to be uncovered and suffer the full penalty of the law.
Yeah.
Tonight's case has brought out vividly our oft-repeated statement: the criminal cannot win.
No.
Now,
So
stay
true.
tuned for All Things Considered with Bob Boylan.
This is NPR.
The end.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, we did two.
we did two of them.
We did too.
And we got to carry over Gordon Ramsay, right? That's what we're carrying over for
Yeah, I've
next
got
week?
Gordon Ramsay for next week.
Sweet.
I didn't finish.
And then give me a stitch, because I had 2 stitches on there.
Yeah.
All right, we got another stitch.
Oh,
Well,
gotcha.
All right, well, thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for helping out. Thank you for your donations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, did a lot today. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was super nice.
Yeah. So we'll be back on Sunday, right? Well, Danny's gonna be doing the first show is Sunday with at 1 o'clock with Table Talk for Two.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and keep a lookout because there's a few new things coming up in the next couple of weeks you guys might enjoy. So keep a lookout for those. Those will be the new schedule will be posted Sunday morning. That's all I got.
Are we gonna raid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna raid.
Raid.
Gonna raid.
Who we
Catherine
raid?
Lynn.
Berlin! Yay!
Yeah.
Go give Team Derpin all the love.
Yeah. We just
Thank
did
you,
a
that girl that
charity
praised. Thank
stream with them.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
All right,
Good
starting
night,
the
everybody.
raid.
See you later.
Thank you all
If you're
for
in a hot
watching.
place, stay cold. If you're in a cold place, stay hot.
Yes. Bye.
Don't get murdered.